right.
Good morning.
Joey was just fixing his hair in the camera.
Listen.
We've got all of our mirrors over here, but he's using the camera.
You are so beautiful.
Well, good morning, guys. Happy Monday. It's the first Monday of the time change.
I feel more tired.
I
Me too.
I loathe this time change.
Yeah.
So I'm a morning person with an internal alarm clock.
It's like noon for you.
Well, I'm a morning person with an internal alarm clock. I got up at 4:30 today.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't.
Yeah.
My body doesn't care what time the government says it is.
Yeah. I know.
You know, like it's crazy.
Did you go to bed earlier?
No, I went to bed. I stayed up until my normal time,
Mm.
and then I still got up at 4:30 today.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm pretending the clock is real. Like, is the boss.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah.
Where I think for me, spring forward's easier because I'm a morning person. So getting up a little bit earlier isn't hard for me.
I don't like this one because I know that spring forward's coming.
Yeah.
Like
I literally had that same thought.
but
I was like, it's just a reminder of the impending doom that is
For me,
Spring
6
forward.
months from now.
And I don't like this time schedule in general anyways. Like I'd rather have an hour more sunlight when I go home and
Me too.
put a light bulb above kids' bus stops.
Yeah.
It's almost like we have electricity,
Yeah.
right?
Or street lights already.
However, I love it though because student ministry is not. There's not a blaring sun coming in through those windows now.
It did happen for a
It's
little
like
bit, and then I remembered.
instantly, It's
Yeah.
like
We
we
went the
get
other
halfway through the semester, and
Isn't it interesting how like throughout the year the sun changes place in the sky? I think
Dude.
that's really interesting.
yeah.
That is like my wonder thing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I have a weird thing about like the seasons too.
Yeah.
And like the seasons just being controlled by the sun.
Yeah.
Which is so, I know that's like so simple and like
and of
basic.
course it is.
Yeah.
But at
Like
the
you
same
know
time,
it, but then you're like, oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
you're saying when the day is the shortest, that's when the season changes.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's what it is. And to me, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
That-
Absolutely.
Because I think when
power
growing
of
up,
light.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think growing up, I thought that the seasons were just,
Yeah.
they just changed like as the world just kind of morphed or
So
whatever, but it's actually literally just the sun.
One of the things that amazes me actually, the day that the day that the daylight is the shortest is not the coldest day of the year. That's really interesting to me. The coldest day of the year is like in January or February sometime.
It's after all the temperatures caught up to the
and I
to
think
the
it's
movement.
because of the axis, right? So we move, even though we have more sunlight, we move further from it after that day, and that's
I
what
don't
causes
know.
winter.
He just said something interesting because
Yeah.
Earth and the air is an insulator, and so is the ground.
yeah,
And so, like, it takes time for the lack of heat to actually cool it down, maybe? That's an interesting
Well,
theory.
our house just
Yeah.
recently
Yeah.
got to the point where it was like, I'm cold now, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, you are cold.
we turned on our
My house is a
heat
person.
last week, I think.
he just has conversations
I talk
with
to
his
my house.
house.
Yeah. Everything's a person if you try hard enough.
Yeah. Yep. So Abel for the first time, my oldest,
Yeah.
he turned up the heat on his own.
Oh, death!
Yeah.
You're
so
not allowed to do that.
it was
Did you hang him
69
from
degrees.
his toes in the ceiling?
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have threatened that. That would have been a dad thing to do. So yeah, it was set to 69, and I turned it up to 70 because I was like, I'm getting kind of chilly.
Yeah.
So it turned it up 1 degree because that's, you got to be frugal. So then like I'm sitting
and he
there.
filled his wall to get a little wide.
Yeah, lighter. Yeah. And
You have
then
your house set at 69.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
and then
That's
what do
the
you say? You're
perfect
set?
temperature.
Oh, ours is at 67.
Okay.
Put on a hoodie.
Yeah.
No, that is the perfect.
Well,
I actually mine's turned off.
Yeah. Well,
Because
yeah.
I am an apartment complex.
Yeah.
I was just telling you this earlier. I'm in an apartment complex on
And
the
you're
top
on
floor.
Top floor, yeah.
So
Oh.
all of the heat from the complex rises, and
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for electricity. However, that means
In the
that my
summertime.
summer bill is
Yeah.
insane.
You need to move
Yeah.
before summer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes and like he's like, I'm kind of cold. After I turn it up to 70, and he goes,
Yeah.
I'm kind of cold, and he turned it up to 73.
Oh.
And I was like,
Nope.
why is this at 73?
Uh-huh.
And he kind of like chuckled, and I was like, Abel.
So we
Can't do this.
we just have a basket of blankets in, like we have an upstairs and
That's
downstairs
good.
living room.
Yeah.
There's just baskets of blankets in both, and it's like, you're cold, there's a blanket, suck it up.
So-
Temperature is what it is, man.
So we're operating that way at 69.
yeah. yeah.
So, but anyways,
I think
Because it's not 67 isn't cold if you're doing something. So if you're really
Right.
cold,
True.
go do something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Which,
Yeah.
like, for me, like for the longest time, waking up in the morning was tough, and I throw on house shoes. But since I've been exercising, I just I just power through the immediate like cold of the morning.
Yeah.
And then after I'm like exercising, then I'm fine.
So I walk outside in the morning. So this morning I got up 39 degrees, sweats, and walked outside. Right.
Yeah.
So then I come inside.
It's like it's hot out here.
And because it's so much cooler outside, and I've been walking out there for like 40 minutes, right? So then I go to get in the shower, and the water like burns your skin. So then you end up taking like a cold shower.
Yeah.
And it still feels warm.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually great. Yeah. So the world is,
especially on your feet.
Yeah.
Like that's like the coldest part, and you're like on fire.
Yeah.
I feel like you're walking on lava.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think like in general the seasons are crazy, but I love watching them, and it's always a reminder to me like Christmas is getting closer when Halloween happens.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, Christmas is on its way.
Christmas, tamales, all the good things are coming. Dude, it's tamale season.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do we take part in this?
You go to La Raza on a Friday.
Oh, okay.
And there's a cooler by the meat counter, and you just go inside that cooler and you grab a bag of tamales.
That sounds like a country song. La Raza on a Friday.
Yeah, it does.
Get your tamales from the cooler.
It does. Add in some.
Even though it's Hispanic, but they're kind of country sometimes. They wear cowboy hats.
Some ungracious words, and you've got a country song.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Oh my God.
Okay, well there it is.
Music.
Get your tamales
Speaking
on
of
Friday.
music,
Oh, we gotta make
Dallas,
the transition.
Yeah, there we go.
What were you gonna talk about?
Okay, I watched the Bruce Springsteen bio.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, dude, it was so good.
Ah.
Which is fiction, right? Biological.
No,
No,
it's.
I mean,
it's-
Bruce Springsteen
biography.
was
It's based on a true
involved
story.
in
Yeah,
the
it's
movie.
based on a true story.
But
I mean, how much?
He's not the main character though, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
The actual
Bruce-
guy, Bruce Springsteen, is the main character.
Well, I mean, it's
No,
a movie.
it's a young
It's
guy.
not a
That's what I'm saying.
documentary.
Yeah. It's like a fictional.
But that doesn't make it
Oh,
fiction.
I hear what he's saying.
Like it's
I
a.
hear what
It's a
he's saying.
it's a film.
Like Walk the Line.
It's a film, not a documentary.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what he was.
Yes.
saying.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Words.
Fiction versus
It's a
nonfiction.
biopic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biopic.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what it is.
Yes.
But
But like Walk the Line for
Yeah.
Johnny Cash was not Johnny Cash playing the.
no.
But it could have been Johnny Cash talking about his life.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I watched the movie. It was so good, but that sent me on the journey. So I'm the youngest by several years, right, in my family. So even though Bruce Springsteen was really before me, his real fame was before me. My siblings, like that was what they were raised on, and so by default, that's what I also listened to growing up. Is that era, that genre of music. So, it sent me on this journey of just starting from album 1 and going through the discography.
yeah.
So I'm 4 albums deep now, and it's so good. Like, because it's in Old Man Yells at Cloud. It's all recorded to tape. Like, there's no tracks. Everything's imperfect, but like beautifully imperfect. You know,
Yeah.
you can hear
Yeah.
timing issues. You can hear like all of the glitches.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
in the movie.
We do that on Sundays too.
I was,
In case you wanted to know.
yeah.
Right.
I saw that he's like actually like the actor is they're re-recording all of his music.
Yeah, they did. They re-recorded
which is
a lot of it.
interesting to his voice.
Well, and they had to teach the actor like how to play guitar.
Yeah,
like
in 6 months.
Yeah.
like Bruce Springsteen.
But the truth is that most of what he does, like in the movie, and a lot of what Bruce Springsteen did was rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a little different of a
Yeah.
task.
Yeah. It is
but the
so
voice
crazy, but
too, though.
Voice,
is, I mean,
he nails the
also
he nails it.
6 months,
And he nails like the lazy eye and like the
Yeah.
half mouth singing, like it's wild.
Yeah.
And I can say lazy eye
haven't
by the
seen
way
the
because I
movie,
have
no. I've
one,
only
so
seen-
it's fine. Yeah,
You
it's a
guys are a
thing.
team.
I do. This one's lazy.
Oh.
You never
That-
noticed.
So
tough to get off its
the most
butt.
recent thing I watched that
I know.
had actual Bruce Springsteen in it was there was the We Are the World documentary.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is unreal.
Yeah, so
It's
so good.
crazy. I did not know that they like did it after like an award ceremony,
Yeah.
and then it was like all night.
I think, and I
Crazy.
think I
Till
love.
4 a.m.
So I think so. I'm going to go adjacent here. I think that growing up on music like Bruce Springsteen that had big band's influence as well is why whenever I found musicals, I was like, oh, I love this. Because musicals are more than like a 3-piece. Or
And you've
like,
played in a lot of musicals
and
too.
I've played in a few. But like when I found, I was like, oh, I love this. And I think it's because it has all of the other instrumentation. I didn't realize until I started this deep dive going through the discs and like reading the labels and like stuff like this. I didn't realize that he was trying to chase the like Phil Spector or Spector Wall of Sound thing. Which, if you don't know what that is, you need to look that up.
Okay.
The Ronettes, there's like a Christmas album that like the Ronettes do like Frosty the Snowman and like, but it's like with crazy beats and rhythms, or like Beach Boys Endless Summer. They were chasing the Phil Spector sound. It's like overproduction, but on tape.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's wild.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wall of sound meaning like you've got lots of sources.
You've got tons of instruments.
Okay,
like, I mean,
okay.
everything from like a xylophone up.
Man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still doing that. Have you heard the, like when someone does like a vocal, like it's like a harmony wall,
Yeah.
and they
That's what,
they
yeah, a lot of
layer,
people do.
Yeah.
and then it's just like boom and hits you. Like,
Yeah. And
But it's the same track, just pitched.
But I love
it's a little different.
Yeah, I love that like wall of sound. Like we're gonna bring in a harpsichord for no reason other than we can.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I love that thing, and that's why I think
And one mistake makes it all go sour, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think it's why overcompression in music drives me nuts, because you can't do it. Like that's a different kind of overproduction. When you overcompress everything, you can't add anything in. There's no room for any.
Oh, right. Yeah. And then I've heard people say other things. This is going to be a flip to the whole thing, but I think it might be like some Pharrell Williams stuff, like like Happy. It's just like a weird, like minimalistic thing, but it like it's
catchy.
it's the gaps in between the sound
Yeah.
that make it that way, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a quote there, but I'm messing it all up.
Yeah. Right.
3 chords in the truth.
It's what really matters are the notes you didn't play.
Yeah. And that's a worship ministry like thing too, just to be like, if we're all playing all the time, then
It's just noise.
it's a thing, and we're all playing all the time. But if you
and it's not joyful.
choose,
Mm-hmm.
well, could be
It's
over.
not joyous.
Yeah, not for everybody else around,
Yeah.
but maybe for us, we're just like, oh, this is fun.
This is fun.
Yeah,
That's how Dallas plays if you just isolate his. Just like that.
Playing guitar and flugelhorn at the same time.
Ooh.
And a mandolin.
And a mandolin. Oh man, there's this. So the very first church I worked at part-time, little church, country church.
Yeah.
You know, if they had 15 people, they thought they were mega church type of a place, you know. And there was a guy in it who he had like, he was a bluegrass guy, big time bluegrass guy, had made his own guitar and never tuned it one time. I mean, you know, so imagine this. But anyways, he played mandolin too. And he had the best joke. He's like, he was showing me the mandolin and I was like, oh, that's really cool. He's like, yeah, he's like, mandolin is like violin, but you have a little bit of Parkinson's. And he started flutter picking.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Oh man. I feel like mandolin's one of those instruments that's in
You
a
can't
lot
make
of
that up.
places and nobody
That's
knows where it is.
it's got to be a real story.
That's
There's no.
good. That's good.
It killed me, man.
Oh, jeez. Most of the people watching are not going to get that, except for like 5.
Musicians will get it.
Except for those on the worship team.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they're like a bluegrass aficionado.
Yeah, for
then-
sure.
Then
Yeah.
they'll understand.
Yeah.
But-
Maybe. Anyways.
Maybe.
Maybe. If they like old country music.
That was the skeptical maybe there.
I feel like mandolin's one of those instruments that's kind of everywhere, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's-
like
It's an instrument that had a setback.
Mhm.
But what if it wasn't a setback?
I don't know. I'm not gonna go pick up a mandolin, but I would love to pick up
I don't
some
know
type
what
of brass
setback.
instrument,
Oh,
like
a what instrument?
just a brass instrument. I would love to
I wanna-
grab like a
I wanna
trumpet.
learn
or
how to play a
saxophone
piccolo.
would be cool.
saxophone would be cool, and like kind of the one that Rachel's always like, oh, there it is. It's a French horn, and I'm like,
Yeah.
she loves a good French horn.
Dude,
so
I hear that one is real butter.
I don't know if I really want to pick that one up, but I think
Oboe.
it has a good tone.
Oboe.
Oboe? Is that the one
Okay,
with the little like?
Squidward. No, that's
Squidward.
clarinet.
That's a clarinet.
But
yeah.
his clarinet looks
He's
like an
making a-
oboe.
Oh, I don't watch.
He dips his toes into the millennial zones.
Yeah. SpongeBob was like
SpongeBob is not.
not my
SpongeBob
jam.
Came out in '99.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
Who
People
dips
were
his
watching
toes
it.
in the millennial zone? You do. Me?
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's good. It's fine.
SpongeBob is a Gen Z thing.
Mm,
Yes.
I was
Yes.
No.
I was 9 years old when that came out, so
No.
it was definitely in my
It
wheelhouse.
was a
Fair.
millennial thing.
I watched it since day one. So
No,
Weren't you born in-
you weren't alive on day one.
no, since my day one.
Oh, since
my
his
day one, guys. My.
It's fine. You can borrow it from us.
Oh man. But
Dallas, don't pretend like SpongeBob is yours.
High school. I mean, people in my high school were definitely
yeah, but
watching
not
SpongeBob.
you though.
No, I didn't. I thought it was stupid.
Exactly.
It was so annoying.
Yeah.
I love it
And-
so much.
And it was me that I just couldn't turn
My
it
kids
off.
weren't even
It
allowed
was-
to watch it.
Yeah. And our
Yeah.
kids don't.
The
really watch
difference,
it.
Zach, the
He
difference
rips his
between
pants. That's
Gen Z, because I do think
On the beach.
SpongeBob is for both, but the difference between you and me is that I like seasons after season 4. That's the difference, and up to that
Are
point.
you
I
saying
think
I
that-
don't like seasons after season
Yeah.
4?
I equated SpongeBob with like The Simpsons for people who have a lower IQ.
Yes. So
And less predicting of the future.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Man.
Anyways, so speaking of my setbacks,
Yeah. Speaking of the setbacks,
I think God can
Wow.
use that.
what if it wasn't a setback?
What if it wasn't a setback?
That's what we were talking about yesterday. We were in the Joseph story. At the end of the Joseph story,
I have to
right?
say this is like, it might be my favorite chapter in the Old Testament.
It's one of mine as well.
It's-
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I love it so much.
Why do you have to go through all that?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
he could have, it was formational, but
yeah.
why does God, send us through a weird path of
Yeah.
like obscurity to create the moment, Like is the obscurity like, I'm kind of asking this a little bit like legitimately, but is the obscurity essential for the moment of praise and glory? It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
But I think we should consider that.
think
Like
that might be the wrong question, though.
Okay.
Right? Because
What's the right question?
what story is God trying to tell?
Good question.
Right?
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, yeah. Like he could just be appointed
So-
over Egypt. But
I think there's a thread there. There's a thread there though that he has the dream, right?
Mhm.
And what's he immediately do? He immediately goes and like he basically brags about it.
I mean, he's
Mhm.
not great at the beginning.
he
of
was
the
kind
story.
of the annoying little brother.
Yeah.
And I think that if he would have gone straight from the annoying little brother to second in command of Egypt,
Avenge.
right?
Yeah.
like
his
not even
vengeance.
avenge, but like imagine his brothers didn't sell him into story. Maybe he doesn't avenge, but does he lord himself?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so like you don't only see Joseph rise from the ashes because like only God can do that, but I wonder if you see Joseph go down first
Mm.
because like Joseph has to get to this humbled
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
like position.
I mean, he definitely did it to himself a little bit. Like he caused his brothers to hate him. Like he was not like this. Like,
But where
he
did the
didn't
dream come from, though? I'm pretty sure that came from God.
I mean, it did.
So,
Definitely.
so the way he dealt with it could have been his
but also
undoing
like
in a lot of ways. But
his father sent him to spy on his brothers, essentially. Like
Mhm.
making sure that they're doing good, and he would bring, reports, and he was the tattletale of the family, and so there was like he's definitely like there's favoritism going on
Mhm.
between like. So there's a lot at play here, and a lot of it too is like the inheritance. Like you have to think about that, and like
Well, and like look at what people were doing, and then look at what God was doing.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think if we found ourselves in any one of the scenarios that we see Joseph in, right? So we see Joseph sold into slavery. Like look what people did. We could become mad at God over that.
Yeah.
Like, and then he's rising up in his ranks as a slave, right? Like
Yeah.
as an enslaved person, he's rising up and doing really, really well. Well, then Potiphar's wife then does what she does,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
he ends up in prison. And imagine the anger that you could have at God over what people did.
yeah.
And then in prison, he interprets the dream and says, "Hey, remember me whenever you get out." And they don't. Like it's
They don't,
it's
yeah.
several years.
He's forsaken again.
Yeah, he's forsaken again. So like, look at what people did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then look at what God did. you know, at just the right moment, the guy goes, "Oh, I remember this guy. He told me what my dream was."
Yeah.
Right? Like he could probably tell you what your dream is.
Yeah.
You know, and like at just the right time. So it's like this thing of like don't blame God for what people do, but at the same time, like God might mean what happens to you to happen to you. Like that might be purposeful.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it too, like when we talked about Jonah, the story of Jonah. Yeah, and we talked about like, you know, like the aftermath of that. Like, you know, like God redeems Nineveh to punish Israel.
Yeah.
Which it was like this weird thing, because I'm reading through the story of Israel falling. Like that was my reading today, and I was thinking about that, and I was like there's almost like this correlation of like you have like people are doing their thing, and God's in there, you know, and it doesn't always look like it in the moment, but when you zoom back, you're like, oh wait, God is in control. And then later on, you know, Assyria, you know, capital city Nineveh, right? They take over Israel, and then they get, you know, prideful, and they, you know,
constantly,
right? Like they stroll up on Judah, and they're like, oh, look what we did. Like the Lord sent us here, and which he did, but they're like taking it to the next extreme, and they're like doubting the God now. And so, and it's like, oh, and God's like, oh, you forgot. You forgot what's happening. And so then he used, you know, he took them out. So it's so interesting.
That's crazy.
It's weird how like sometimes bad things. So like, but that's in the context of punishment.
Yeah.
Right. And this is in the context of salvation, and you know, your ultimate example, you know, was Jesus on the cross, and you could ask the same question, you know, why did Jesus have to die on the cross?
Yeah,
you know, why couldn't he just say, "You're good"?
Yeah,
like, but it is like this, like it's a balance between, because you know we crucified him, humans did, you know, but also Jesus chose it. He knew it. He could have not done it. Like he did have, you know, chances to. He could have run. He could have, you know, all sorts of things. And so, like it's this weird, like almost like you can't really understand it. Like it's like one of those things that you can't like fully understand it, but you're just called to trust.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
Joseph had no choice in a lot
I
of
mean
things,
he had
know?
no choice.
Like,
but he did though.
I mean he had the choice to trust or blame. That's the
he was faithful through it all.
And we don't ever get to see the day in, day out of Joseph's life either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like we don't really know. And that's the other side I think of reading scripture. Sometimes it can almost be discouraging, I think, whenever you come across a story like Joseph's, because like you get to see the highlight reel of what happened with Joseph, but like you're alive on Tuesday.
This is the whole Bible in a lot of ways.
You know,
like the story of Jesus.
Well, the story of Paul. Like we read everything Paul wrote over 30-something years, and we're like, man, I wish my life could be like that. Well, over 30-something years, your life could be like that.
Yeah.
If you only wrote on your best days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your Instagram might look like that. You know, and so.
Oh
like,
man, that's a crazy.
God, that was a crazy. Somebody write that down.
The Bible is like Instagram. Is that what you're saying?
If you see that come up in the next few weeks, it started here.
Yeah, for real.
That's a good one. Oh,
man, I'm gonna have to think about that more, because that's really interesting. Like the Bible taking these important moments, and some of the time gaps too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, the only one that's coming to mind is like the 400 years of silence. But like there's 400 years where nothing's happening, and then they pick it up later. Yeah. And so like we don't think about that time scale, but we think about like, oh, it was, you know, the end of the Old Testament. Now Jesus is born. You know. Yeah. So it's hard to quantify that.
Because we read the Bible and we aren't aware of time or context, like it really can be a struggle.
Like I read the other day that I can't remember if it was Saul or David, but it was 400 years from when God saved Israel from Egypt to the king.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, so like there's these moments, there's these small moments here and there, but it's so big that it's like, you breeze past it.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
wait a minute, what?
Then it's like 3 generations, and suddenly they're split.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, literally. It's like...
Yeah. So that's the other thing about the story of Joseph is like I put this together like a few years back, but I mean I should have put it together a long time ago probably, but the fact that like Joseph saves his brothers through the famine, but that's like the beginning of their era in Egypt.
Yes.
Which is like this is so
Crazy.
good. Oh no, this is so bad.
Literally
this
flip
is so
2
bad.
pages and everybody's forgotten who Joseph is except for the Israelites. They remember because they take his bones out with him.
Yeah, they have
But yeah, it's
which sets up the next story, in the next section. So that's just kind of wild.
Yeah, it's really it's again like there's like humans are doing good and bad things.
Yeah.
And God is doing good things.
So there's like I've always heard it described as like a Chinese proverb or something, but like but it's like basically this guy, he's a farmer and something happens to him and someone's like, "Oh, that's terrible."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, maybe." And then it goes to the next thing and something really good and someone goes, "Oh, this is so good."
Yeah.
And then it's like cause and effect. Each like event leads to the next good or bad event and it just goes good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. And the point is that sometimes things are maybe more neutral than we think, even in the moment perspectively. They're
to really
good
humanize it and despiritualize it in some ways. But like I was watching an interview with Wolfgang Van Halen the other day, right? Okay. And so that's son? Eddie Van Halen's son.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like Eddie Van Halen is one of the best guitarists to ever live. That's an arguable thing, but he's one of, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So Wolfgang is incredible, like an incredible musician. And so he said people will come up to him and be like, "Man, you just have it in your genes." He's like, "Okay, I've been playing and practicing every day for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like maybe my genes give me a little bit of like insight, but it's in my practice."
Yeah.
And I think what we miss in life is that like in faith in everything, like the big thing, like these huge things are just the result of like one small step over time. You know what I mean? Like
and there is like I think this still applies to faith, but like there's an exposure as well.
Yeah.
Like my kids know about guitars. Yeah. But like it's not because it's in their genes.
No.
It's because they spent time with me just talking about guitars because I'm nerdy that way.
I couldn't fit a guitar in my jeans. It wouldn't work out at all.
Their jeans either. They're even smaller. So
what's the deal with that?
So
that was your Seinfeld moment of the day, Joey.
I've been dropping quotes this whole time. You haven't said anything. Leaving on a high note? Come on.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. I'll show them later.
So I think there's some exposure to our faith as well. Like when you experience people doing ministry, that's going to impact the way that you do ministry. And you think things are just common, but they may not be common for a different people group or something,
Yeah.
So I think it's true there too.
Yeah. And I think that's something like for like everything. I mean, like I'm sure your kids, like your guys' kids probably experience that as like pastor kids, like their faith here will always be connected to you guys, and one, it's not just because of the genes, but like they have a choice on their own, like, I mean, at the end of the day. And so like, it's definitely like again, like I just see it as like, humans are doing good and bad things and God is doing a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's like the verse that you ended the story on, is really the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, end of the book even.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the next thing is like they're tidying up some details, which is Joseph dies.
Yeah.
But that's like the last like big thing.
Yeah.
That, the message that is left with, it's powerful.
Well, and people do all these. I think that this is one of the interesting things I think the author's pointing out, right? Which the author's Moses. But I think what's interesting that the author's pointing out, people are doing all these terrible things to Moses or to Joseph, and then what Joseph does is he saves a bunch of people.
Yeah,
like he does the ultimate good thing he could do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so like it's this interesting thing that happens within the text.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, like this is, but he doesn't view it as him saving people.
No,
either, though.
He just views
Like,
it as
he's
like
just-
this is what should happen.
This is what God is doing.
Yeah, I'm
even.
not God.
Yeah,
God brought you here. Who am
To
I to
save
tell
you.
him no?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like just and that I think is the big thing, like to answer like your question almost goes away when you become in what's the word, in touch with what God is doing.
Sure.
Right? Like when you see the reality of God in the situation and when which is hard, like impossible. Like it's definitely a moment for Joseph where he's for sure looking back, you know, because in the moment it's like, well, Joseph is really having like an emotional reaction here.
Yeah.
But now there's this moment as he's an old man and he's looking back and he's saying, this is what God is doing. And that comes, I think, when you are in touch, when you know, those moments when you look back after a hard time, or, you know, you just see, oh, God did this amazing thing through it, you know, and it's just like it's the question almost goes away because you're like, this story is, I see this story laid out in front of me and it shows the power and the authority and the word of God.
Well, and you see it's a cyclical story because you see I like one of the things I wonder, and I think this is why I love Joseph. I wonder, and I specifically love Genesis 50 like you do. I wonder if Joseph as a kid didn't sit on his father's lap and hear the story about the day that Esau forgave him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wonder these things, and like you see the cycle because Jacob did a lot of the similar things to Esau. You know what I mean? Like in different ways.
Yeah.
Like I wonder by seeing all that constant cycle.
Yeah, the conflict of brothers.
Yeah.
That's kind of like because we've got like Cain and Abel too.
Yeah. Well,
like
and you've got Ishmael and you've got Isaac, right? Like you've got that thing
Jacob
happening
and Esau.
cyclically.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, we probably need to go, guys.
We could talk about that for a
We
long
do
time,
need
man.
to.
That was good.
Okay.
So, hey,
But yeah,
this is good.
and the verse is powerful.
Yeah.
What you intended against me, evil, and God intended for good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I was ready for that one, man.
Yeah, I was like,
Like,
we probably
bring
should
it
say what the verse is.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the verse I finished on.
No, but
I finished on 21.
okay, fair. And he loved them, took care, and comforted them.
That was my mic
All
drop.
right.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Leave it on a high note.
Bye.